In this video, you're going to learn how to create and share your own sales funnel. Now, you can take bits and pieces of what you learn throughout this video here and the links that I'm going to be providing you and create something a lot simpler, or take what I've done and make something more complex. I've tried to include enough information here to really teach you some very valuable things about your system. Now, below this video, you're going to notice a share code. And what I want you to do is you're going to take that share code, you're going to copy it, you're going to come in your system, in your back office here, hover over websites, hover over web pages, and click on my sharing codes. And then you're going to paste that share code right here and click submit. After you do that, click on websites, because you're going to find that that content has been uploaded in your section called websites. And you'll notice when you click on websites, you're going to see it says choose your landing page. Anyways, that content is right here. Generic instructions for a marketing system. And the reason I did this, you're going to love this, because these are the directions that you're going to need to give somebody in order for them to take your share code and get signed up for the marketing system that you created for them. So all you're going to have to do is make some simple changes on this page, which I'll show you in a few moments. The second thing in the share code that I gave you is called the marketing system sign up page. You got to have a page where other people using this share code can get their prospects signed up for this custom marketing system that you're going to be creating, and still get credit, and along with giving them instructions on how to sign up. That's all going to be covered in this series here. And finally, I've got something called PLS Special Template. Now, I want to show you something, because I'm going to show you in this video how to turn this page right here into sales page number 1 and sales page number 2 inside your funnel. In other words, I'm going to show you how to take this layout right here and turn it into this. Then I'm going to show you how to connect this page to this page and how to create this page from copying this page right here. All right, you're going to learn so many valuable things here. I'm going to try to cover everything as thoroughly as I can, because I want to make sure that you understand this completely. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to choose a company, a sample company, that I'm going to be creating a funnel for. So let me show you my choice of my sample company. Okay, I'm not in this company, but I decided to do organic gold just as an example. All right, so some things you need to think about when you're setting up a funnel that you're going to be sharing with somebody else. How many pages is it going to have? In other words, when someone opts into the lead capture page, is there going to be more than one sales page? Or is it just going to be one sales page that goes directly to the company website after that? Or is there going to be 2 sales pages? I thought, for my example in these videos here, that I would show you an example of this funnel right here. And you can take what you want from what you learn and make it, like I said earlier, more simpler or more complex. So my funnel that I'm going to create from that very share code that you see below this video, I'm going to create an email template, another email template. I'm going to create 2 sales pages and 2 lead capture pages. But here's what the funnel is going to be when I give it to somebody. when I give somebody this share code, once I'm done for this Organa Gold marketing system funnel, they're going to have all of these pages inside that share code. And they're going to be able, with one click, to attach it to their domain, and it's going to have the default lead capture page, which is going to lead directly to sales page number 1, which is going to link directly to sales page number 2, and sales page number 2 is going to link to 2 outside website URLs. So the first thing I'm going to do to start my Organa funnel is I'm going to go back to my network marketing company, and I'm going to find the specific URL that has my username in it that I want to link to from my funnel. And there may be more than one. In this example, I have 2. From my funnel, I want to be able to link either from an autoresponder campaign or from buttons on my sales pages, or both, to this URL, which is the getting started page for Organa Gold. So let me show you that. Okay, I want to link directly to this getting started page from my funnel. That makes sense, right? And the other page that I want to link to is this page right here. It's an order your product page. And both of these pages include the username of the member. And these codes are going to be dynamic. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this code right here, which is the get started URL. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to come to I'm going to click on getting started. I'm going to click on companies you promote. I'm going to find Organa number 1 right there. I'm going to click here to save, and then I'm going to paste that right here. Click here to save. And you might want to write down to yourself what code number 1 is. For my example, code number 1 is the getting started URL. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the second outside website URL that I want to link to throughout my funnel. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to come back and paste it for Organa number 2. Okay, now that I've done that, let me take a look here at my list and see what I want to do first. Okay, so I've already got these 2 entered into my system. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to work backwards, and I'm going to create sales page number 2. And sales page number 2 is like this. The prospect opts in to the lead capture page. They land on sales page 1, and then they land on sales page 2. So let me create sales page 2. And again, this is what sales page 2 is going to look like. I'm going to create that page right now from this page. And here's how I'm going to do it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over websites. I'm going to hover over web pages, and I'm going to click on copy web pages. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one called PLS special template. Right there. I'm going to scroll all the way down, make me a copy. Now it's very, very important that you label these correctly. Okay, so since I'm working on Organa Gold, I'm going to label this sales page number 2 Organo. And I definitely want to change the title tag. So I'm going to just maybe say something like coffee and lifestyle inside the title tag. And that's all I'm going to do for now. I'm going to click Save Changes. Now for the background, I'm going to choose this background right here with the coffee cup and the wood. All right. And for the text on top, I'm going to change that as well. And I certainly don't want that to be blue text, so I'm going to change that to black, highlight that, click this little A right there, change that to black. Okay, now, do you see this blue outline around the video? I don't want a blue outline around my video, I want a brown one. So there's a link right on this page somewhere that talks about changing the border around your video, changing the border color. So if you watch that video, if you don't know how to do that, that's going to allow you to change that border no problem. So I've already done that. Now what I need to do is I need to change this outline that goes around all this area, down around this button, everything else. I need to change that to a transparency, and I need to change the color to more of a tan type of color. So I'm going to jump over to the page that helps me do that, and instead of taking all the time to show you exactly how to do that, again, there's a link below this video that's going to show you how to change this into a transparency and how to change the color. Okay, so I've done that now. I've gone back to the site, chose my color, went into the source code, did a search for RGB, replaced those three numbers like you should have watched on the video, and I changed the 1 to a 0.8. So now this is what I have. So my last step here is to get the buttons below the video. So what I'm going to do now, oh, actually, you know what? I forgot to do one more thing. Let's take a look at this. If we look at this page, we've got to get this favicon changed to something else. So if you watch my video below, that's going to tell you exactly how to go find the right favicon. In my example, I'm going to do a search for a coffee favicon. All right, I'm back, and you'll notice I've got my coffee favicon here now. And there's a video somewhere below this, a link that says something about favicon. Just click on that and you're going to know and learn exactly how to do what I just did right there. Okay, now for the buttons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Edit, and I'm going to highlight this button right here, and I'm going to go find some buttons right here. And how I did that again, just click Browse Server, click on Custom Library, and I'm going to look for a button that says Contact Me. Actually, let me mess up the order to show you what I would do if I kind of mess things up. Let's say that I put this button here, and okay, that's great. Now I'm just going to click to the right of the button, and I'm going to go back and find another button. Okay, let's say that I wanted to put a button in between these two buttons. I can't figure out how to do that. And so if I made a mistake like that where I needed to get a button in between two buttons, what I would do is I would just start over. I would just delete everything and start from right there. So I'm going to go back to the picture gallery, and I'm going to start with the button I want on the far left. Now, you don't have to use 3 buttons. And for this particular template that I'm using, the only buttons that I'm going to be using are the ones with the shadow underneath. So don't use any buttons that don't have a shadow, and don't use the buttons that have a long shadow. And I'm only talking about if you want to put 3 buttons from left to right. We've got all these different colors of buttons to choose from if you want to put 3 buttons from left to right. One of them is Contact Me, which I'm going to choose first. That's going to be on the far left, so that's the one I choose first. Notice I didn't do anything with my cursor. I'm going to go back here, and the one I want in the middle is ordering the products. And so I'm going to find a yellow Order Sample button right there. Okay, I'm going to click OK. Now, I didn't even have to click anything or do anything. This cursor is already right there. I'm going to go back one more time. And now I'm going to find a green Get Started Now button. Just like that. I'll click OK. All right, let's take a look at what we have so far. Okay, see that? I have just created this page from this page right here. Pretty amazing, right? So let me go back to the admin area, and I'm going to continue working on my page here. One thing I forgot to do is add a ... right here. All right. Okay, so now that I've got all the layout done here, the nice design, I'm going to change this copyright to a white text instead of that bluish text, so that's easy enough. Okay, so I need to code each of these buttons. Now this template that you copied from the share code, the one that you're creating your template from, it has some special coding in it to make this Contact Me button work for you already. But you are going to be required to do a couple of simple steps. You'll notice there's a link below that has to do with the Contact Me button, and somewhere around there's going to be a code that you're going to need to copy. So once you find that little code and you watch the video and you know how to do this, just highlight that Contact Me button, paste that little code right there. The protocol will automatically change to Other, and when I click on Advanced, I'm just going to type the word movie and click OK. Now that's going to be coded correctly, so anybody that gets this share code that uses this marketing system, it's going to have their contact information show when their prospects click on this button. Now it's time to code the Order Sample button. And what you're going to do is click on Variables to your web page, and right here in this drop-down menu, you're going to find your company. Now, I'll say this, if you've skipped that part at the beginning where I showed you to find your outside website URLs, if you've skipped that part and you have not pasted those in the Companies I Promote section, you will not find it in the drop-down menu. You would have had to have done that first step in order for you to find it here. Well, since we've already done that, it's going to be in the drop-down menu, and there it is. And if you remember, the product order or sample order, that was code 2. So I've got code 2 highlighted. I'm going to click the word Create, and you'll notice right here it says Good for Buttons. So that's the one that I want to go behind the button. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to come back, highlight the button like that, click on the link icon, and I'm going to paste that code right there. And make sure you change the protocol to say Other. Okay, I've got my link in there. Organa Gold number 2, protocol Other. I'm going to click OK. And I've got one more button to code. So I'm going to go back and again, click on Variables to your web page. And I'm going to find Organa number 1 right there. Organa Gold number 1. I'm going to click Create. Grab this code right here. Click Copy. And I'm going to go back, highlight the button, click on the link icon, and I'm going to paste that right there. Oh, got to change the protocol to Other. There we go. Oh, before I stop here, you need to decide whether you want this page to pop up or just go there. If I wanted this to pop up into a new browser, I would click on the word Target, and I would change this to say New Window Blank. Doing so means that when your prospect clicks on that button, it's going to basically create another window. I don't want that to happen. I just want them to go straight there. So I'm not going to do anything as far as the target. I'm going to leave it not set. I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to click Save My Changes. Now let's take a look at this. I have just created this sales page from that template that you received in your share code. The Contact Me button works exactly as it should. The Order Sample button, when I click on that, notice that it goes right to the order page of Organa Gold. And I'm going to click my back arrow, and I'm going to click on the Get Started Now, and it's going to go directly to the Get Started Now URL. All right, so I'm going to click the back arrow again, and now it's time to change the video that's inside sales page number 2. Now, there is another link below this video that talks about helping you find your company videos and deciding which videos you're going to use where in your marketing funnel. So this is where you might want to get creative, because I know some people like to create their own videos, or they like to download the video from YouTube and edit them. Maybe they, add a call to action after the company video that tells them, hey, wasn't that a great video? You've got 3 choices now. Click the Contact Me button, Order Sample button, or just get started. You kind of see where I'm going. You don't have to do that, but it kind of makes for a nice funnel sometimes if you can add some call to actions with personal videos. It's never going to hurt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and find a video for my sales page number 2. And again, if you want to see how I do that and what helps me make my decisions to do that, you can watch the video below this. There's a link that's going to talk about choosing your company video. So I'm going to come back to my website section here. I went and found the video that's perfect for my sales page 2 video. So I'm going to click on Edit. And I'm going to click on Edit Text. And again, there's a video for this as well. There's a link below. I'm going to click on Source. I'm going to do a search for YouTube. And then I'm just going to replace that 11 character code right there. I'm going to click Save. And that's it. So what you've just seen me do is create this page from start to finish. I did my favicon, my headline, I made this background area transparency, I turned it gray, and I added all the buttons here. I've coded all the buttons, and now I'm going to stop this video so I can break down this whole training into segments. This particular video was obviously about getting started and getting set up with at least 1 page in your marketing funnel. So congratulations. Hopefully now you have a pretty good idea on how to create a pretty killer looking page. And here's the thing. You can use this page right here, everything I just taught you, all the techniques, everything I showed you. This would be a fantastic Hangout page. Maybe use one button along the bottom that says Get Started Now. Maybe put your company logo up here or something. You've got a nice background pic that you can find. Whatever it is, you now should have the knowledge to create something pretty spectacular as far as a Hangout page. But again, this video was all about creating sales page number 2 inside my funnel. So we'll see you on the next video.